David Beckham joins us now from just outside of Milan, Italy. And David, you hurt your right ankle in training yesterday. How is it? Will you be able to play in the next game against Siena?
Yeah, I twisted it yesterday, but it's a lot better today. The swelling's gone down, but I still probably won't train in the next day or two, but I should be okay for the weekend, so it's all good.
Now, it was announced last Sunday that you will remain with AC Milan until June 30th. What was your thinking? What went into that decision and those negotiations?
It's obviously something that I thought about a lot because, obviously I'm very committed to the MLS and I'm very committed to the Galaxy. But, looking to 2010 and the World Cup with England, I knew that I had to play at the highest level. I knew I had to play in Europe. So I wanted to extend my loan deal at AC Milan, and everyone worked hard to make that happen. Everyone, Tim Lewicki and everyone at the Galaxy, did everything possible to make that happen for me, and it's worked out well. And I'll finish the season here, and then I'll have 4 weeks holiday, and then I'll be able to play for the Galaxy. I think is July 18th, which will be in New York, which is it's going to be really interesting and special, and I'm looking forward to that because I think that obviously it gives me time to enjoy the football here and then go back to the States and start again with the Galaxy.
David, there are reports that you partially funded your stay in Italy to extend your loan to AC Milan. What sort of financial commitment did you make in order for this to happen?
Obviously, there was a commitment that I had to make, and it was something that I didn't think twice about because I think at the end of the day, I've always said my career's never been about the financial side and about the money side. I've always been just solely interested in the football. People might turn around and say, of course, it's easy for me to say because the money is there, but I think all the way through my career, all I've cared about is playing football and where I play my football. So that never even came into it.
Nonetheless, this is a move that has hugely upset some of your fans here in the United States. Alexi Lalas predicted that you may get booed when you come back here to play. What do you have to say to your supporters in the U.S.?
Well, I'm sure I will now after obviously Alexi's comments, but maybe he'll be one of them in the stands doing it, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. But no, I think 95% of the fans of the Galaxy have been and will be incredible to me. The support has always been there since the moment I arrived, and I've still had letters since I've been in Milan from a lot of fans over there. So I'm sure there'll be a certain amount of criticism, and I can understand that. But I want obviously my fans over there to realise that I am still committed to the Galaxy. I am still committed to the MLS and being ambassador of the MLS. But like I said, there will be a certain amount of criticism. It's a shame that obviously certain people come out and obviously add to that and give it more chance of happening. But at the end of the day, I'm bigger than that. I'm bigger than criticising people and certain things. But I think that at the end of the day, I can only make that turnaround by the way I perform on the pitch and my commitment to the team. And I'll show that when I get back. But we'll have to wait and see on the first time I play back at the Home Depot and see how that goes.
David, you said that in order to be chosen for the English national team that you have to play at the highest level. What does that say about the level of play in the MLS?
Well, it says that it's not a level at the moment which is obviously the same as in Europe. But obviously we know that. We know that. But that's one of the reasons why I want to be involved in the MLS and football in obviously in America going forward, because I believe that it will get bigger. I wouldn't have committed myself to the Galaxy and to be an MLS ambassador if I didn't believe that the sport won't grow. And I always said that it's not going to take a year or two, it's going to take 5, 10, 15 years. And I'm still committed to that, and I've got the chance to own a franchise at the end of my career, my playing career, and I plan on doing that. And that also shows my commitment and my belief in the sport in America. So, on that side of it, I'm very committed.
When you came to the Galaxy, David, you said, and this was your quote, "I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think I could make a difference." What sort of difference have you made?
I think off the pitch, the statistics speak for themselves. The interest in the game and the attendances have gone up. I think that side of it has been great, and I think hopefully that will continue to happen. On the field, it's been a different story. I think it's not just down to the players, and also it's down to other people that. Some of the things that have happened at the club. I'm not saying Tim Lewicki, because I think Tim Lewicki has been incredible. He always wants the best for the team and the best for the organisation and best for the club. And his support has always been there. But I think that at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that happen, and we move on. But I think, of course, the Galaxy need to get better on the pitch, and we will. I think with Bruce Arena now, we've got a good coach that will take us forward. He knows the league, he knows the players. We've got some good players that have been drafted in, which is exciting as well. So things need to get better on the field, and that's the only way of obviously success with the Galaxy. But on the MLS side, I think we've had success so far, and I hope that continues.
You have 2 years left on your contract with the Galaxy. What are the prospects that you opt out of those final 2 years?
At the moment, I'm contracted to the Galaxy, and like I said, I'm committed to the Galaxy. But leading up to 2010, everybody knows that I need to obviously play my football at the highest level, and hopefully I'll be doing that. But like I said, I'm still fully committed to the Galaxy.
But it sounds like there is definitely a chance that you might opt out, given what happens and what transpires regarding the World Cup.
No, I think obviously leading up to the World Cup, like I said before, and like I've said since I've been in Milan, I need to play my football in Europe to give myself a chance of being involved in that World Cup, and that will happen up till then. And after then, we'll see. But I plan on going back to America. My family's happy there, my wife's happy there, my children are very settled in the school, and it's one of obviously the other sacrifices that we've had to make as a family, because as my wife's always been supportive throughout my career, and she is until my career ends. But I think as a family and as husband and wife, and father and mother to 3 boys, we need to do what's best for our children.
Looking
and our
ahead,
children are settled in the school there, so.
David, looking ahead to September, there are several potential conflicts between MLS games, also the England World Cup qualifiers. So what will you do at that point this fall? Will you be playing for LA or England?
Well, Tim Lewicki and the Galaxy have always been supportive of me playing for my country. They know how important it is for me to play for my country, and they've never tried to stop me on that side. So that will continue to happen. But I'll be playing in every game possible, and I'll be flying back and playing and being involved in every game up until the end of the season.
So you'll be bouncing back and forth between continents. How do you think that will affect your level of play?
Well, I've done it for the last 2 years, so nothing changes. I've been used to the travel, and I've been flying back for England games and then going straight back for Galaxy games. So I've proved that I can handle that to a certain extent, and hopefully that will continue.
How much longer do you intend to play at age 33? Do you see the 2010 World Cup as the finale to your career?
No, I don't. Obviously, I want to make that squad for 2010, and who knows what's going to happen after that. I still believe that I've got a good few years left in my body, and my legs, and I've enjoyed every game that I've been involved in so far with Milan. I've started every game, which has surprised me at first, but now I'm just enjoying being involved in every game, and hopefully I'll be playing for a good few years yet.
You mentioned that at some point that you'd like to own an MLS team. What would you do as an owner to prevent this kind of situation from happening again, where a franchise player opts not to play in your league?
Well, I think at the end of the day, I have got the chance to own a franchise at the end of my career, and I fully I fully hope that I will be doing that at the end of my career. So that's something that I'm excited in. This situation, at the end of the day, you know, this happens in football. It happens all over the world in football. Situations like this happen at Manchester United. They happen at the biggest clubs in the world, and you move on and you make it work. And I think at the end of the day, you know, I've already said that I'll be going back to the Galaxy, and I'm committed to the Galaxy and my teammates there. But at the moment, I need to be playing my football here.
And personally, do you consider your time in LA from every vantage point a success or a failure? On every point. On the pitch, it's been not very successful because we haven't made the playoffs in the last 2 years. So that's been disappointing. But on every other level, it's been an incredible experience and one that I've really enjoyed so far. David Beckham, thank you so much.
Thank you.